Welcome to Osaka.
It's all colorful and in your face. This is what Osaka is all about.
はい、ありがとうございます。嬉しい。ありがとう。
お好みのマヨネーズ一味どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
So this is what you get when you come to Osaka with a couple of food YouTubers, eh?
The Okonomiyaki universe is such a rabbit hole, folks. It's good that I'm here to be your guide. Let's get started. You might be wondering why I even made this video. You might be saying, hey, way bigger channels than yours have already made lots of Okonomiyaki videos. Well, I had a look at those videos, and you know what? A lot of them are full of misinformation. And some of them, while these guys are making a good Okonomiyaki, they aren't without their mistakes. And in some cases, they present a picture that's not really as deep as it ought to be. And you, the end viewer, are kind of getting cheated out of the full experience. It's about time that somebody sat down and explained to you all the little details you ought to know if you're serious about getting to know this particular Japanese dish. Now, you might be wondering, why should I even listen to this guy? Well, aside from having this channel for the past few years where I've more than proven myself to be somewhat of a food expert, and aside from having done collabs with famous YouTubers like Marc Matsumoto and James Makinson, I've also been a professional Japanese language teacher for the last 30 years, and when I was a young guy, I spent years living in Japan, not just anywhere, but smack dab in the middle between Osaka and Hiroshima, which are the two biggest capitals in all of Japan for Okonomiyaki. I know the culture, the food, the language, you name it, I know it. Of all the English-speaking YouTubers out there, there's no food tuber who knows Okonomiyaki country like I do. Okay, so the obvious question now becomes, what the hell even is an Okonomiyaki? Now, according to Wikipedia, Okonomiyaki is a savory pancake. But that definition is just a little bit too wide for comfort, folks. I mean, Korea has the pajan, and Tokyo has its monjayaki. And both of these other foods are savory pancakes, but they are not okonomiyaki. I mean, the question is basically the same as what you've got in the pizza world, folks. You got your New York slice, you got your Chicago, you got your Detroit rectangular pizza, and I haven't even mentioned all the different pizzas you can get in Italy. Each style is unique, and they're not interchangeable with each other. And in addition to all these specialty pizzas that I mentioned, there's also what I would call North American normal pizza. And by that, I mean any pizza you could get at your typical Pizza Hut or Domino's type restaurant. Well, the exact same thing exists in the world of Okonomiyaki. Okay, so by now you might be thinking to yourself, okay, what's the real deal with this food? And if you want to be somebody who actually knows what they're talking about when they're talking about Okonomiyaki, there are a couple terms that you're gonna have to know. The first word I need you to know is Kansai. Simply put, the Kansai region of Japan is where Osaka is. But remember, Osaka is just a city. If you say Kansai to a Japanese person, that would be roughly equivalent to saying something like tri-state or the Bay Area to an American. You're talking about a bigger region that's made up of a bunch of smaller little regions. Now, I'm talking purely stereotypically here, but Kansai and Osaka are to Okonomiyaki basically what New York is to North American pizza. Everybody knows that this food is associated with this region, and the people of that region are very proud and passionate of their dish. And if you want to go really deep down the rabbit hole, every different neighborhood in Osaka has its own kind of okonomiyaki that reflects the tastes of the people in that neighborhood. But generally speaking, Osaka style or Kansai style okonomiyaki, yes, you can use those terms interchangeably with each other, kind of resembles what we in English would call a frittata. Meaning that you have a batter and you put all the ingredients into it and you mix it up and then you fry it into a pancake shape. Now, you'll remember that I said stereotypically Okonomiyaki is associated with Kansai and Osaka. Just like in America, the way you can find Chicagoans and Detroiters who do not agree that New York City has the best pizza and will argue that their own pizza is even better. Within Japan, people from Hiroshima are very passionate about their okonomiyaki. In fact, if you talk to people in Hiroshima about Hiroshima-style okonomiyaki, they're gonna get angry at you. You might wonder why. And the answer is, it's an insult to them if you say Hiroshima style okonomiyaki, because they feel, hey, this is our dish, we invented it, there is no Hiroshima style okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki is our dish. Everyone else who makes it is doing it in their style, but ours is not a style, ours is the original. And folks, there's a lot of proof that in Hiroshima, they are really this passionate about okonomiyaki. Hiroshima has more okonomiyaki restaurants than any other place in Japan, even when you compare it to Kansai. They even have a place called Okonomimura, which is a collection of about 25 specialty okonomiyaki restaurants right there. You can literally eat your way from restaurant to restaurant until you're totally ready to burst. Now, what makes Hiroshima's okonomiyaki different from Kansai okonomiyaki is the fact that it's more like what we in English would call an omelet. Like I told you guys, I used to live right in the middle between Osaka and Hiroshima, just slightly on the Osaka side. So I technically was living in Kansai. And as such, okonomiyaki restaurants were very, very numerous where I lived. For example, I could just at any time I wanted exit my front door and be within walking distance of about 4 or 5 okonomiyaki restaurants. Quite frankly, this is weird for people who live outside of these two areas. If you're not in Kansai and if you're not in the Hiroshima area, okonomiyaki restaurants are typically going to be kind of hard to find. It's not a traditional food for everybody in every neighborhood. For example, if you're in Tokyo, you pretty much have to go downtown and find a specialty shop. And this is kind of the issue I take with most English-speaking YouTubers who make videos about okonomiyaki, because they'll label these videos things like how to make traditional okonomiyaki or how to make okonomiyaki like they do in Japan. My first thought is, okay, which one? What region are you talking about? What style are you talking about? Which neighborhood are you talking about? Because just like with pizza, you can't interchange them with each other. And so, without further ado, please join me and Mark in our little mini virtual trip to Osaka to eat some Kansai-style okonomiyaki.
That is so good. I'm sure we'll sweat it out in a few minutes.
Your calories don't count when it's this hot. Alright, this is a really interesting menu here, guys, because we have like the regular okonomiyaki there, and then we have modanyaki, which is kind of like an Osaka version of the Hiroshima yaki, and I will do a future video on that. Maybe Mark will too. We got yakisoba, which you know, which is like fried noodles. Chinese would call it chow mein. Don't get confused though, because Chinese chow mein is not the same as Japanese yakisoba. And then we have something over here that I've never seen before. It's usoyaki. Uso means lie, like the opposite of truth. And I'm wondering, what the hell is this? I need to find out. I'm gonna eat this.
Hi, ありがとうございます。嬉しい。ありがとう。
Looks like yaki udon, but this is what
But
usoyaki
there's
is.
also yakisoba in there. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
It's a type of yakisoba. I thought I was gonna get an okonomiyaki, guys. Okay, but yeah, hey, you live and learn, right?
お好みのマヨネーズ一味どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
お付けしてきます。
There you go. That's the real thing, guys. So we got a yakisoba going on, we got an okonomiyaki going on. You can't ask for more than this. 適当にピザみたいに切ったら
4等分する？それとも3等分する
3
？3？
できるマッセでベンツみたいなマークそれが一番わかりやすいよ Dude, have you been to like Roberta's Pizza in Brooklyn?
Yeah,
Yeah, isn't it like
fantastic.
next level?
yeah. There's a lot of really good pizza. And
That's my
Brooklyn.
that's my
But
ideal.
Roberta's is like,
Like,
that's
yeah,
the
here we go,
place.
guys. Noodle pull time. Yeehaw! This is food paradise.
It's creamy. You got the crispy cabbage in there,
nice batter and like the seafood flavor from the shrimp and the squid. It's pretty good.
I gotta make this. I gotta make this. Okay, now that y'all are experts in okonomiyaki, I'm gonna go ahead and make more videos teaching you how to make each different style. And I'm gonna put those videos right here. So make sure you like and subscribe so you won't miss any of those future videos.